So I've made coffee on the side of the road where we stop, and there's a nice little park bench, a picnic bench. But here there's a little variation. Out in the Australian bush, when you're working with people who are working on the land, they often have a truck with a bit of a tray on the back, and that actually works really well because we get ourselves a bit of a windbreak. What we've done here is we've parked the vehicle, the wind's coming from over there, so we've got a nice place to set up the gas burner. So this is one of those occasions where I don't really need to use the lid as a windbreak. So here's what I'll do. I'll set things up, we've got our coffee to go, we'll set up the espresso unit, and we should have coffee in pretty much record time because we're not going to have the competition with the wind gust. Alright, what I've been able to do thus far out in the country is been able to dig a little hole, put a bit of plastic over the top with a rock, and the condensation has formed some lovely water into the coffee maker. And now it's time for me to pop the espresso in. So here we go, a nice fresh bag, of course, of baristador coffee. So, open this up. You always have a smell for that extra bit of delight. And here we go. The other good thing about making coffee outside is making coffee is a very messy business. It just doesn't matter when you're outside. And even on a tray bed here of a truck, you know, the owner of this, who doesn't really know we're using it yet, won't mind, because a bit of rain driving around and that should all be clean. Won't care a moment. In goes the top. We're almost ready. Look at this. I found some cups, by the way, out here in the bush from the Australian native cup tree. And so it's a beautiful one. And now on we go. That's there, good to go. Engage the gas bottle. And now, all going well, we should. There we go. We've got some flame. Even though we have got a bit of a windbreak here, I'm going to still put this up for a bit of extra protection. This should boil in no time, and we'll have enough to splash a bit of coffee around a few cups. This is the sound we're after. I can hear that noise. It's time for us to stop the gas. We don't need any more heat. And there's another 20 seconds or so worth of brewing capacity inside this device. I reckon that's good to go. So let's pour some of this coffee and just see what's in store. Look at this. Share some nice splashes. Now at this point, if we were out really catering for a mob of hungry people working on the land, we would have boiled a billy at the same time, because that adds some extra hot water into the coffee. This is a very strong burst of coffee, although I'm putting a little bit in each cup. This is the equivalent coffee hit that you would get in what a bushy would assume was, you know, the full cup of the normal coffee they make. This packs a punch, and we've got 4 very strong shots of coffee for us to enjoy. And while we drink this, the rest of this will cool down. We can pack it up and move on to our next destination, which here in Australia could be 350, 400 kilometres away. And of course, another benefit of having a nice coffee on the side of the road is, look at this. You get to see this, the vast expanse of what it's like out here in Australia. This is the way to drink coffee.